Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. Be sure to check me out over on Rumble. There you'll find all of my stuff from YouTube, plus my political and social commentary and weekly current events, which YouTube frowns on. Links to my Rumble channel as well as my other YouTube channels and links to let you order my books are in the description of this video. If you enjoy my content, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. I welcome your comments even if you disagree with me. Now, on with the video. Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing a Recon the Role-Playing Game advice video about CIA operatives or other operatives of the like, government operatives in country, in Vietnam. I'm calling this Spooks because that's what they were called. The Recon book details the military organization in Vietnam. As a mission director, it would behoove you and definitely benefit you to become familiar with that section. One thing no rulebook can prepare you for is the sheer unbridled ruthlessness of the CIA. Normally, the CIA stays out of day-to-day operations of your LERP team, so you're not going to be a huge problem. However, once in a while, from time to time, the team is going to run across a guy either on the firebase or in the field who is as out of place as can be. He may or may not be in uniform or fatigues. He may or may not be on the up and up. Many CIA spooks in Vietnam were complete fanatics regarding the job, meaning they would be willing to do anything, including die, to complete their mission, whatever that mission was. Another telltale sign is their level of paranoia. They thought everybody was out to get them. They didn't trust anybody. One of the on-running jokes of that is if you see a guy wearing his flak vest in the firebase or in the command center, that's usually going to be the spook in the group. If you see somebody coming along and he's wearing a flak vest, he's either a civilian who's there at the request of somebody and that somebody wants to keep them safe, or they are a spook. Now, is it possible to have a regular soldier who's that paranoid? Yes, but it's rare. Usually that's the case. Many CIA spooks in Vietnam were complete fanatics. Again, they're willing to die, but a lot of them were as crooked as the day is long. They had their hooks into opium, hash, the black market, any number of shady deals, gun running, you name it. Let's take this one at a time. If the spook has a legitimate mission, he will usually meet with the base commanding officer, whoever that guy is, the captain on a fire base or a major or whatever. He'll only give the barest amount of detail. He will usually have authorization, some sort of a letter or orders, some sort of authorization to get the team to trek to a point to retrieve some obscure item or to work with him somehow. Either a chopper went down with a piece of equipment or a briefcase or a high-ranking important person or whatever. The team has to retrieve said item or person, and the spook will not say why or even who it was. The CIA was involved with all manner of top secret experiments and underhanded tactics. Good example, if you haven't seen my video on MK Ultra, look that up. That was a CIA thing. As the mission director, all you have to do is come up with something out of the ordinary. You don't even have to say why. You don't even have to come up with reasons. Just, you got to go over there and do this. Why? Because this is your orders, blah, blah, blah. If you can't think of something, just let the spook keep everything vague and make the briefcase full of empty file folders. If the group opens it, they'll find out that the entire mission was a decoy designed to pull attention from the real mission elsewhere. Honestly, a lot of these CIA people in the field didn't give a shit what happened to the soldiers as long as they got their mission done. So that being said, they never said what their mission was. These guys, they always give the need to know thing, and you don't need to know, If the spook is dirty, Here's the bad one. He's going to have the team safeguard a secret cargo or retrieve something, which he's undoubtedly going to be trying to sell. You know, something opium, heroin, hash, guns, or some mixture thereof, which he's going to deliver to a buyer somewhere. It's very, very possible that if something goes wrong, the group may be caught in a firefight with a whole lot of people. Or maybe he'll throw them under the bus, framing them as the crooks if the whole thing comes to light. Who knows? The buyers will certainly be crooks or possibly enemy agents. Either way, they're not going to like that the group is there. Any way you want to look at it, anytime the CIA is involved in your operation, chances are it's not going to be good for your group. So when you throw a CIA spook in there, it's important to give them the correct impression. First off, the CIA spook is not going to tell them anything they don't absolutely have to know to do the mission. 2, the mission is going to be vague to the point of nonsensical sometimes. 3, it's not going to figure into the grand scheme of the war enough to where your guys are going to want to do it in the first place. And 4, if the spook is dirty, your team may be delivering opium or heroin or guns to black marketers who work with the enemy. You never know. The CIA spook may be as bad as the enemy or worse because he's using your guys to do it. The point is, most CIA spooks didn't have your team's best interest at heart. Oh, okay, none of them did. But most of them were on the up and up, but they were crazy. Let's just put it that way. The missions were crazy. Your team should never know why they're doing it. They just need to do it. The ones that are dirty are going to probably end up getting your dudes killed. So, play accordingly, or at least getting them shot at. Okay, I'm just saying, play accordingly. And again, I'm not trying to tell you how to run your games, but it is important to deliver the flavor of the times, the flavor of the location. And if you're fighting a war in Vietnam and a CIA spook shows up, you make yourself scarce. You don't want to be involved with them. It's that simple. Most recon team members, most U.S. soldiers figured that part out on their own. But unfortunately, some of them didn't in time. I'm just saying. Anyway, I hope this helps you make better games for your players, and I hope it helps you to build the flavor of the era. Because that's the important thing. The idea is to have fun, right? And for fun, you've got to have some realism. Hope this finds everybody well. You folks have a good one. God bless one and all. Devo Poland, a scientific representative of a pacifist race called the Gandhiri, is sent away as an exchange officer. His objective? To learn the one skill his species never developed, to fight. And he's sent to learn that skill from the one species who does it better than any other in the galaxy, humans. If you like science fiction with an upbeat military tone, check out my novel, Vanguard One.